Right, hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T Gamer Show. Episode 40, Part 2. Now if you haven't watched Part 1 yet, you've missed me reviewing most of Final Fantasy 1. Now, today I'm reviewing the Game Boy Advance version with two games on it at once. Now I've already reviewed Final Fantasy 1 in Part 1. So let's move on to Final Fantasy 2. If you haven't watched Part 1 yet, you've missed that bit. So please watch that part before you watch this part. Now let's get on with reviewing Final Fantasy 2. Alright, found my DS, and we'll begin. Now, Final Fantasy 2's story is quite different to number 1's. It bears 4 characters that you pick at the start of the game, but one you don't meet up for a very long time. Basically, the story goes, there's this group of rebels who are fighting against this group of people called the Empire. The Empire are these bad people who are trying to take over the entire world of Final Fantasy. And the rebels are rebelling against them, trying to stop them. But the Empire is at the moment winning, and the rebels are losing. That's the basic storyline. Now when you start a game, you only start with 3 characters, and one of your characters does go missing. But eventually, as you play through the game, you will find your 4th character after rescuing from the Empire people. Let's move on to graphics. The graphics in Final Fantasy 2 have changed a lot since over the years. They started in 8-bit, then they went to 16-bit, then they went to 32-bit, and then they were on the PSP. And this is the Game Boy Advance version, and these graphics are all in 32-bit, and they look really, really good. Okay, controls for this game. Use the arrow pad to move around. The start button brings up the item screen. Use the A button to select things. B to cancel. If press select and B, whilst in the overworld, you can get a map, which is extremely useful for getting around the game in. Okay, the music in this game is really, really good. It sets a feel and it sounds really good. Okay, let's move to controls. Not controls, I mean gameplay. The gameplay for Final Fantasy 2 is extremely different to Final Fantasy 1. You're still going through dungeons, fighting bosses, and killing loads of stuff, but it's very, very different. To get around the game, same as in Final Fantasy 1, you've got your airships and vehicles and that. But the most different thing in this game is the battle system. Let me just show you. Now, in Final Fantasy 1, you could level up your characters in the battles. But in Final Fantasy 2, there's really no level up system at all, and it's kind of confusing how to make your characters stronger. To make your characters stronger, you must to gain more health, you must lose health. To gain more MP, you must lose MP. To gain more attack points, you must attack more. To gain more defense points, you must defend more. To gain more magic points, you must use more spells. So as you can see, the new leveling up system is kind of confusing. It's very, very different to all the other Final Fantasy level up systems. And let me show you a battle. I'm going to have D.B.T attack. I'm going to use Holy. On that dude. And I'm going to attack that dude. And I'm going to use that dude. And the battles look really, really good. After this battle, I will go into good stuff and bad stuff about this game. Most of the spells in this game look really good. And one more to go. And that's it. Now, let's go into good stuff and bad stuff about Final Fantasy 2. Right, the good stuff and bad stuff about Final Fantasy 2 was quite a lot. Let's start off with good stuff. Good stuff about Final Fantasy 2 is the story, the gameplay, and the cutscenes. The story is really, really good. The gameplay is really, really good. And the cutscenes are really good in this game as well. Most of them help to move the story along. Also, some of the cutscenes, characters may die, which can be kind of sad. The bosses in this game are really, really good as well. And some of them are extremely hard, like the King Behemoth. The last boss is really hard, and I haven't even finished the game yet. I'm almost there, I just need to beat the last boss. Other good stuff about this game is the map. In Final Fantasy 1 there was no map and it really, really annoyed me. Getting around the game was extremely difficult. But now with the map of Final Fantasy 2 it's a lot easier. All you have to do is press select and hold B. Hold select and press B. And the other thing about this game is keyword systems. Keyword systems stops you from getting confused. In Final Fantasy 1 there was basically no way of figuring out where you needed to go. So, with Final Fantasy 2, with this keyword system, you can walk up to a random town person and ask them a question about a certain keyword that you've got in your keyword system, and they'll try and help you to tell you where you need to go next. Another thing about this game is also the Basilica. In Final Fantasy 2, there's also a Basilica which you can select. A Basilica is basically a selection of all the enemies that you've beaten in the entire game. Okay, bad stuff about this game. Well, the bad stuff about this game is the level up system. Level up system in Final Fantasy 2 is extremely stupid. I mean, it just really doesn't work. You have to level up everything in this game. Attack, defense, HP, spells, everything. When you buy the Blizzard spell, in Final Fantasy 1, it goes up in levels like Blizzard, Blizzaga, and Blizzera. And each one is stronger than the other. But in Final Fantasy 2, you can't do that. No, you must use the standard Blizzard spell over and over again until it gets stronger and stronger. Yeah, the level up system makes sense, but it makes the game a lot more harder and a lot more tedious. This is the only Final Fantasy game that has this level up system. And this leveling up system is really bad, and I hope they never include it in any other Final Fantasy games. Now, thanks all YouTube, but I've run out of time. So join me in part 3, where I will rate both these games, and then give you an overall rating for the entire cartridge. But until then, YouTube, bye-bye. I meant to say part 3.